All right, we rejoin the action here immediately after that timeout. You did not miss a thing. Well, maybe you missed 2 points. 25-12 our score. Steal there by EJ. He has just been the man tonight. He's gotten the multitude of the Pac-Man's points and Pac-Man steals. So. And did we come out of that timeout to join a timeout, Helms?
You know, it looks like we might have, Graydon. We've got some inquisitors here at the booth. Sorry I had to step out there for a minute to handle some PR.
Well, you know, that was Anthony Sturgill, and he is a student assistant for the men's varsity team. He actually records the games for the varsity team, so we're kind of doing that in a smaller scale. Of course, Anthony just getting off work from a game earlier today, which we talked about.
You know, Graydon, as we've been going to more of these games and stuff, it seems like our popularity is growing by word of mouth, kind of a grassroots student movement.
And that's how it has to happen here.
Picking up more and more fans, and you have to wonder, where will this end?
Well, it could end tonight. We thought it would end a couple days ago, but it didn't, so we're not going to really put any limits on ourselves at this point. Just see what happens.
You know, I like that attitude. Graydon, I always grew up believing that the skies aren't the limit, and that you should just keep pushing that envelope of potential until until the wheels fall.
Hey, well, there's a quick 3 out of timeout by Luke after several air balls earlier. Maybe he's found his stride here. That would be great for the faculty.
It'd be great for this broadcast, too.
Yes, it would. It would help, yeah, give us new life here as we could continue on to the second half. Of course, that decision is yet to be made. Matt Bell puts up 2. That won't go.
So, Graydon, how do you feel about Segway?
Well, mall cops look pretty stupid on them, and we're getting pretty good at it. So, that's what I think of them right there. That's the extent of my knowledge of the Segway. I'd love to ride one someday.
I would too. Actually, right now I think I'm going to ride a Segway over into another interesting topic, Microsoft.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, you know, Microsoft is one of those companies that, you know, they pretty much have a monopoly on operating systems right now, but, you know, if you really get to know them, it doesn't work as well as one would hope that it would. Actually,
are you speaking from recent experience or just in generalities
I'm
here?
I'm speaking from years and years of experience. The kind of experience I have with basketball commentary, in fact. And I can tell you that Microsoft works is an oxymoron.
Now, we learned that. Now, careful plagiarism here, okay? Because we heard that this morning in chapel. Now, while that was not original, obviously.
Plagiarizing me.
Okay, well, you heard it here first.
And
add that to the list of controversies from this morning's chapel as Nick puts up a 3, and yeah, well, we kind of knew the result of that one before we even let go of the ball, I think.
Well, you know, Graydon, this is a good example of, you know, things working and things not working. Pac-Man's strategy seems to be working, and the faculty's strategy not working so well, kind of like Microsoft's strategy.
Well, while we're on the subject of operating systems and not working, something that's not working is Steve Jobs' body. He has several health problems as of late, and he is kind of out of the picture for Apple as of now.
You know,
he's not in good shape, it's fair to say.
A common misconception is that Steve Jobs is actually the Apple guy. Well, the truth is that while he does manage the company, he's not actually the technical person on that team. He's more of the PR guy.
The face of Apple, if you will, maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, I think we could say that safely, although Apple's going to be looking for a new face in the near future if things don't turn around real quick.
And that was another air ball. Not sure who that was.
It certainly wasn't Air Jordan.
No, well, you know, if the game turns out to be a blowout here, we obviously said we might not cover it, but, you know, if the game's a blowout, we may get to see Tim Cheddar play, so that alone would be worth sticking around for, I'd have to think.
That's true. Tim Cheddar plays basketball. Well, it's hard to describe how Tim Cheddar plays basketball. Well, let's just say that it's something to be seen.
And we hope we get to see it here. Although that would mean the game was obviously a blowout. The Pac-Man were going to go 10-0. I think it'd be 10-0. Nick just misses a 3 there.
You know, something I'd like to see is what's going to happen with the
Oh, wow, what a steal. That was doomed from the beginning, I think, and, well, EJ misses the 3.
Highway robbery without a gun, Grayton. Speaking of guns, those are things that you can learn how to use at the Mosaic Ministry down in Chattanooga.
Especially if you're 14 years old. No, almost another steal there by EJ. And EJ has some fans here. None of them on the faculty and staff team.
Right, and I'm not sure what that was, but it was going nowhere but up and then back down.
I think someone took the little ball thing out of TJ's whistle, because I haven't heard it yet tonight. Looks like Tyrone has been making most of the calls, and we prefer it that way, actually. Matt Bell again goes to the line. 6 minutes to play here, 32-20 our score, so 12 points, not bad.
You know, Grayton, I think we could label this broadcast as an educational program.
Well, you know, we could do that, but as far as we're concerned, PBS is an education program, and they're getting their funding cut, so I don't know if we want to be throwing our lot in with the likes of PBS anytime soon.
Yeah, but you know, every time they take a shot, it's a great demonstration of how gravity works.
No. That's true, although hopefully we're not educating too many people on that aspect of science.
One can only hope. Some good passing going on with the faculty team.
They need to pass the ball to the basket a few more times, and was that another air ball?
Well, it looks great like that was a nothing but the net. Unfortunately, it was the outside of the net, which means nothing.
Okay, you know, last time we were in the summer gymnasium, we had a whistle count for TJ's whistle. We may have to have an air ball count for the faculty and staff team here. Not a good showing here in the first half.
Well, great, and I can tell you right now, the air ball count is at too much, or too high.
Now, when you get that high, you might as well just stop counting.
If you get too high, you're going to break a hole in this.
Hey, there's a 3. That was an air ball. Ruling there with the 3. He is the EHS golf instructor. Somehow found his way onto the faculty and staff basketball team.
You know, Grayton, golf is one of those sports that looks really easy until you actually try it.
I would have to agree with that. I am a bit of a golfer myself, and mini golf is a lot easier than the real thing, let me tell you that.
That's true. Unfortunately, no mini golf here in Dayton, Tennessee. I understand you have plans to change that.
You know, there's a big lot, right? We talked about this a few days ago, I think. Big empty lot next to McDonald's. There's no mini golf or go-karts or anything like that around here. I think it's a great spot, especially this being a college town. Although, you know, we're on the smaller end of a college town. Yeah.
Actually, I've been to high schools that are bigger than this college, Grayton.
Well, I don't doubt that for a second.
It makes you wonder, why are we here?
That age-old question, why Brian, right?
That's exactly right. Which is similar to the question, why would you go to Disney World on your honeymoon?
Well, you know what, we're not going to touch that at all. That's another thing, no.
Let's just to explain to the audience, let's just say Chapel today suddenly became wildly inappropriate at one point.
Yes, it did. Wildly inappropriate, like some speculation about the church that he was representing. Tim Reed just, I don't know. Interesting way of trying to appeal to college students. I'm not sure who told him that worked. Faculty for 3, and he makes it, and that was Luke. You know, Luke had a couple of air balls earlier, but hitting a couple of threes here late in this first half. 3 minutes to go, 41-26. Speaking of wild, Buffalo Wild Wings tomorrow night. I'm sure you're looking forward to that, as I am.
Right, and that is the only reason why I'm getting up in the morning right now. Well, that and I have to go to classes.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of classes, we're about to get a week-long break from that as we head home.
Speaking of break, Helms, we're ready for another break here. How's that for a segue, right? So from Summers Gymnasium, 2:26 to go, 41-26 in favor of Pac-Man. We'll be right back on
Basketball.